Hey guys, how's it growing? Jackson here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Limequat, and I'm going to be doing some grafting on this guy, so stay tuned. What's going on, guys? We're back, and right here we got the I almost said Mexican lime, but no, we got a Limequat. Yeah, I almost forgot. But I believe this is a Eustace variety Limequat, and this is a hybrid between a Kumquat and a Mexican lime. And this right here is a mature fruit, so it's ready to be eaten, but I'm just gonna leave that right there. And then we got some flowers right here, or a flower, and then there's some more developing over here. This is a nice little citrus to have in the yard or the house. You can definitely grow this indoors, but outdoors is always nice. These guys can take full sun. They can take pretty good amount of frost, so around 20 degrees is like the cutoff for these guys. So it's pretty hardy. They're pretty much everbearing is what I've heard, so they're gonna be fruiting pretty much all year round, and flowering, of course. So you'll have those nice flowers and those nice fruit almost all year round, which is pretty neat. And they don't get too big, so this guy's probably only gonna get about like 8 feet tall, maybe, if you let it, of course. So you can definitely keep this smaller. This would definitely be a cool little bonsai project to do, with something this size. And I got this guy in Bakersfield. My girlfriend and I went to a place called Ray's Nursery, and it was pretty neat. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. There was a lot of cool stuff, a lot of interesting houseplants, rare houseplants, and there was some citrus. And I got her a Nagami Kumquat, and I got myself this Limequat. And I really wanted to get it because of the stalk. It's fairly a large stalk right there, so I wanted to get it pretty much just for that. And yeah, I'm gonna change it into a cocktail tree. I have a Nagami Kumquat I can put on this guy, and a Centennial Variegated Kumquat that am gonna try definitely in this video. So yeah, let me show you what I'm working with in terms of my equipment. Okay, so this is my little grafting box thing. I got some little shears right there. I got 2 grafting knives. I'll probably use this one. I think I like this one. Actually, I'm gonna use this one. A little bit smaller of a blade, easier to use. I have my grafting tape, and that's pretty much it. That's all you really need. I know I got this little kit thing for Christmas, but I don't use it because it's a lot easier just to use this grafting knife and this. So, oh, and I have some isopropyl alcohol that I'll use to sterilize my knives, because you need to keep them clean in order to have a nice graft. But so one reason you don't want to graft during the rain is because it might mess with the graft itself due to the humidity, is basically what I'm saying. It won't like stabilize, won't solidify the graft together, so it'll end up dying. So let's clean up this tree. So right now I'm gonna clean up this tree. I'm gonna use these crappy shears and see what branches I don't want on there. So yeah. So the first thing I see right here is this branch right here is going across through all these branches. So I'm just gonna take that off. That's pretty strange branch going on. Oh, and look what came off. Nice little fruit came off, so I'm just gonna leave that right over there. maybe I can use that branch to graft something else. Let's see. I didn't like this small branch right here. Like that. There's that. Some of these dead branches I need to get out of here. That one looks kind of moldy. This tree's kind of funky looking, but I'll get there. Dead branch right here. There's a lot of dead looking branches. Or looks like it was dying. I didn't really need that. Funky looking branches, that's for sure. And we want to just kind of open this tree up is what I'm trying to do right here. So I'm just churning it, making sure there's no funky branches that I don't want. I mean, you can have funky branches if you want, but it's not really gonna help you in the long run. There's all these low branches that I don't really like. So I'm just gonna take this off. And then this is kind of long. I don't really need this. So I'm just gonna cut it right up like halfway. Leave that. These kind of cross, and I don't really need that to happen. So I'm cutting it right at this bud that's gonna poke a different way. And also, you don't really want to prune during the rain, because this can, if it stays too humid, it can start molding. That's always something that's not too good. You're not gonna want your plants moldy. You're gonna get sick. And this branch is going through everything, so I'm gonna just take that off. And you know what, this one too, I just don't need that. I really don't need this branch, honestly. That's good to know. Let's see. I don't need this weird V on that, so I'm taking that off. And then there's this whole thing that's just cutting across everything. I'm gonna just take that off right here. Just some of this wood just does not look good. I mean, it's a bit better. It's still funky looking. Mostly because I don't need this. Yeah, and I think that's fairly clean enough. And now we got to pick a grafting spot. Okay, so now I'm going to look for some budwood as I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to find a decent branch on here that I don't really care about. It's I'm gonna do this like inward one right here. That's a decent thickness right there. And I'm just gonna cut that off. And I found the rootstock, I mean not the rootstock, the scion that I'm gonna use, and it's a decent thickness, I'd say, to something around these parts. So what I'm gonna do is do that, nice and cleaned off. And let's see, I'm gonna use this one more time. The thing I said I never use, I'm using it right now. I am just gonna clip off a decent sized scion right there. So that's probably a good amount. And there's also a fruit on the scion that I'm working with. So that's nice. I wanted that to develop, but okay. So we got a nice scion right here, a nice thick scion. And right now we're gonna probably use this branch right here. I'm gonna chop it right about here. Probably use that. So that'll be nice. What I wanna do is I want to wrap this guy up. But actually I want to cut this one more time because that is not working. So there we go. Looks pretty clean. And now I'm gonna wrap it. So you just get some tape. There we go. And let's see. So this is the top and this is the bottom. You want to make sure you always have the top and the bottom figured out so you don't mess up your graft, because we're going to use the bottom to connect the tree and the graft. So basically what you're going to do is use this parafilm tape. I'm just going to wrap it. Oh shoot. Make sure the top is nice and wrapped off, and you're just going to keep going down until you get this graft all wrapped up. Let's see. There we go. I'm just going to go up and over again. Work my way back down. Just take your time with it. Oh, see, that ripped. So you could use a couple pieces of tape. It's not gonna hurt. There. And there you go, a wrapped scion. Okay, so I got my scion right here, and I'm just gonna match that up right there. So that's gonna fit, I do believe. And now I'm gonna get my grafting knife. So I got my grafting knife right here. Let me just get some isopropyl alcohol in there. Okay. There we go. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split this in half. And I'm just gonna rock it back and forth. Let's see. That's a decent split, nice and even, that's for sure. And so now that that is done, I'm going to shape my scion. And so I want a nice little point there, so it fits in the groove really evenly and snug. I'll get back to you when it's done. I think I have my scion ready, and so I'm going to place it inside right here. Make sure it's nice and centered. Now I'm going to get the buddy tape, or grafting tape. I'm going to get it secured into place before I really wrap it up. Now, I haven't really seen anyone do this before. Wrapping it up like this and then wrapping it, but we're gonna see if it works. There we go. Just leave it like that. Grab another piece of tape. And now we're gonna really wrap it. Oh shoot. Now you're gonna want to wrap it really tight. This stuff just keeps on ripping. Not sure if this is old tape or what. I don't think it should be ripping like this. I'm gonna check and see if it's sturdy. It's pretty sturdy, so I just gotta close this bee off, you know? There we go. It's a lot of wrapping. A lot of wrapping. Go down. see how this graft does in a couple months. Hopefully it stays intact. I'm just gonna really tighten this up. Oh, oops. I'm just gonna make a loop right here. Throw it under and tie that off. And make another loop. Actually, that should do. I'll cut that later. But right there is a grafted Centennial variegated kumquat on Limequat right there. And we will see if it lives or dies. Okay, so I cut the place I want to do. We're gonna do another graft right here. I have my scion ready, and then I'm just gonna rock this back and forth. Oh, wrong way. Okay. That was a lot easier than the other one. Oh. There we go. And so, I'm gonna look at this. I'm just gonna whittle away this. So from this side, now this is a pretty weird graft, but I still want to try it. So I'm just gonna insert this inside the graft point. Oops. Okay, and that's a really snug in there. So now I'm gonna wrap that up and call it a day. Now I'm not doing it the same way I did the other one, just because the other one was a bit looser, but this one's really tight, so I don't think I need to. You can get a bigger piece of tape. There we go. It's a lot better. This is what you call a cleft graft. Even though most of the people watching probably already know that. Okay, so that's all taped up. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to twist that up. Make a nice little like rope with it. I'm just going to wrap that around very tight. Oops. Always do that too tight. Oops. And make a little loop. Oops. That's pretty tight, but I'm gonna get some more and tie that off really tight. So I'm just gonna twist that up nice and long. There we go. And you can use rubber bands to help tighten the graft, but I will probably do that off camera. But look right there, we got two grafts of the Centennial Variegated Kumquat on Limequat. So we will hopefully have another video showing you the grafts, and yeah, have a good one, guys.